Hi there, my name's Chris Mullins and welcome to the latest episode of the Boardmasters. And tonight I'm going to be unboxing Pirates of Penryn by SeaGriffin Games. And this is a game that I got recently as part of their Dice Splice campaign on Kickstarter, which has ended unfortunately. So this game is completely sold out and unavailable everywhere as far as I'm aware at the moment. Obviously that may change by the time the video goes live. I will link to their site and hopefully there will be any copies if you're interested in getting any. But I'm going to dive right in because it's a game I'm excited by because it's Pirates of Penryn and I live in Penryn. It's based around Falmouth Bay, which is my hometown, so this game has got a lot of sort of local pride and nostalgia attached to it, I guess. And we Cornish are very patriotic about our little county, and you know, it's very rural and sleepy, and whenever anything interesting happens we're very passionate about it, and to have a board game based here is something that is really exciting for me if I can ever get it open. One thing I will say initially, I'm not a huge fan of the box art. I don't dislike it particularly, it's just... Wow, that was sealed shut. Took me a while to get that open, so I edited that out a bit for you because you don't want to see me struggling with a box for that long. But as I was saying, I'm not a huge lover of the art style on the box there. I mean, as I said, it's not... I don't particularly hate it, but it's not an art style I particularly like. Let's have a look at this. I do like this instantly. That feels beautiful. It's like a sort of fabric cloth board. And as I said, this is Falmouth Bay. So Penryn is where I'm living now. Falmouth is where I grew up. Flushing is where my son goes to school. So I'm very invested in this area, and just having it on my table in board game form is instantly exciting to me, and I do love the way this looks and feels, and I'm much happier with that. Let's have a look at the rules briefly. Okay, so what have we got? We've got quite a lot of text there, so it's going to take some learning. They do have family friendly rules if you're playing with younger children, which is a massive bonus for me because my son is 7 and he's shown a lot of interest in playing this game, so hopefully he'll be able to take to it. I know he loved Ni no Kuni 2, we played a bit of that, and that had an older age range than this, so hopefully he'll pick this up just as well. As we can see there, there's the basic version for beginners and kids. But yeah, so we've got what, page 18. By the time you've got up to set up the rules start, page 4, so 14 relatively text heavy pages of rules there. So it sounds like there's plenty going on. I look forward to reading through that. Let's have a look at some of these cards. I have struggled to get into cards in the past, but hopefully there will be no hurdles with this one. So this is the booze, I believe, and the rum that we are ferrying basically between these ports and our galleons that are out here in the harbour. Again, based on, I believe, well, I certainly know the Blue Anchor is a very famous Cornish pub in Houston, not in Falmouth. I have been in there a number of times, so I'm assuming perhaps the other ones are as well. Again, nothing particularly special about the artwork here, but very Cornish themed in the text, and quite good fun in terms of the descriptions. Insanitizer, a raspberry nose, cauliflower ears, and an ever-present threat of explosive violence. Sounds nice. Darker Doom, not rum for sipping, gulp it down for a unique thumping sensation in your hindbrain. And then what have we got here? Peril and Strife, chocolate fish fingers, Merfolk catch scent of chocolate aboard and surround your boat. You firmly remind everyone that this is precisely why chocolate is contraband. They'll swipe it and 2 barrels of rum to wash it down if your ferocious crew can't stop them. Oh, so these are obviously rather interesting little cards that change things up. Feathered Menace, your pirate's drunk. She's flapping about below decks using filthy language and demanding crackers. She's discovered her beak can pry open rum barrels and she's thirsty. Can your ferocious crew stop her before she ruins your cargo? So these look like very good fun. Unrequited Love, a lonesome whale has taken a fancy to your rum runner. Can your ferocious crew persuade her that you are not a suitable mate before she rocks the deck so vigorously that you lose precious cargo overboard? Well, I'd certainly say it's the first that I've ever played a game where your boat is going to be sexually assaulted by a lonely whale. So that's definitely a new one, and it is very funny. So here we go. That's one of the galleons there. Here we go. Some of these have already popped up. So the Black Star, Saracen Gold, the Blue Anchor, the Emerald Drake, and presumably the Red Talon is loose in here somewhere. There we are. And these feel pretty decent. And what's this? I'm assuming that's part of the gold, and these are our little rum runners. Along with Morgara, the sea serpent, who I'm assuming can cause havoc, along with these whirlpools, and a mermaid or a siren who's going to lure us onto the rocks, I assume. And this is the pointer that directs the wind, which is quite an interesting mechanic, I think, in the game, in that if you're sailing with the wind, you can go further than if you're sailing against it, so it's very thematic from that point of view. What have we got here? You can use these stickers to modify a real coin of your realm for a weightier, flippable effect. There be spares too, just in case. Okay, so these you can stick on an actual coin, whether it's specified will fit a UK tuppence, an EU 50-cent coin, and a US quarter. So I'm assuming this gets flipped at some stage, and if you'd rather have a flip with an actual coin, well, these are the stands for the runners. Oh, that's cool, so they're actually little standee boats. Yeah, so they look very cute moving around this, I still think, beautiful piece of fabric. And again, this game was reasonably priced. I got this and the dice splice, I think, for around £60. And they're both quite light game. Well, this is heavier than dice splice, certainly, based on the rule book and everything we've seen there. But for that sort of 2 games for that price is much cheaper than what I'm accustomed to spending in my brief time in the hobby, so I'm very happy with this. Let's have a look at a few more cards in here. Okay, Leo Virtue. Hailing from the hot tropics, cool-headed Leo is fully certified in the finer arts of plundering. So I guess you're going to get an asymmetric crew, which is good fun. I'm assuming you can recruit these throughout the game. This one's off the cover, so we've got Maisie Day. Happy-go-lucky Maisie has a ready smile and even readier blunderbuss and no training in the use of either. Disarmingly frank. And of course, Maisie Day is a big event in Cornwall. So again, they've themed it really well there. Maid Burnt House is a town, and or probably a village, I'm not sure the official designation, but we've got Mabel Burnt House. Shrewd businesswoman Mabel's delightful smile and trusty hook means she's never short of florins, and she's definitely flirtatious. Sounds like I need to visit Mabe. We've got lots of these, so lots of variety. What have we got here? Lucky Rascal. Use this card during the set sail section of your turn to make a run cover 3 spaces rather than the usual 2. Okay, so these are going to be like skills and abilities you can use as one-off. Disposable cards. Coffee. Introduce 1 crew member of your choice to espresso and double their ferocity. You can use this whenever the ferocious qualities of your crew are called for, but you must declare it at the same time as playing the crew member. It cannot be applied retrospectively. Morgawa has an itchy flipper. She is fidgety and irascible as she patrols the bay looking for a scratching post. All afloat rum runners are buffeted by the ripples and wriggles. Okay. Okay, so they're going to change things up during the game as well as the crew and everything, so there's lots of variety going on there. And I'm really excited to get it to the table now. Hopefully I'll be able to play it tomorrow, try it with my son and wife and see how they get on with it. Oh, hang on, I've got another pack of cards here. Missed that one. Let's have a quick look at this. Okay, so we've got the rum runners. And no idea what these are. I'm guessing this is to do with the money, and the F in the middle denotes how many coins you're getting on that run. And that is how you're going to win the game. Getting the most coins to your boat, selling the most rum, I believe, is how you win the game. But I am looking forward to playing that. It looks far better than I would have imagined, particularly this board. I love this. Just the feel of it is gorgeous. I don't believe it's neoprene. I'm not familiar. I've got too many bangs, but I haven't opened it yet. I'm planning on filming that with the wife soon. So I'm not familiar with neoprene, but if it's anything like this, I'm going to be a very, very happy boy. But thank you for joining me tonight. I hope to get a playthrough of this on the channel. If you'd like to see that, then please hang around and no. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you've enjoyed looking at Pirates of Penryn. I certainly have, and it's definitely exceeded my expectations, and I'm looking forward to getting this to the table. And I will hopefully get a playthrough on the channel and let you know my thoughts and feelings on the game soon. Have a good one. Bye bye now.